Morning. Happy to see you all safe with your family. Stay safe and stay healthy. And this is your science class. And we are in our second lesson, forces and motion. And in this class, we are going to discuss about the types of motion. So motion is categorized based on three things. The first one is based on path, the second one is on duration, and the third one is speed. So these are the three categories in which we split the motion. So the first one is based on the path, second one is based on the duration, and the third one is based on the speed. So in our last class we have completed the motion based on path, and this class we are going to see the motion based on duration. Under this category we have two types. The first one is periodic motion and the second one is non-periodic motion. So I will give you some example. Think over it. The hour hand of a clock, in one day it makes 2 rounds. Look at a bouncing ball. It bounces a certain number of times for a given time period or interval. Look at the water wave. In the given periods, a fixed number of waves hit the shore. So the motion repeated in equal interval of time is called as periodic motion. Same way, the non-periodic motion is the motion is not in uniform interval. So when it takes place with an particular time interval or at a particular period, like the hand clock which rotates 2 times a day, the same way it has a particular time interval and it is periodic motion. If the motion doesn't have an uniform interval, is a non-periodic motion. So some random motion is the non-periodic motion. Fast versus slow. Look at the tall tree. When the wind is gentle, its branches are dancing slowly. But if the gentle breeze becomes stronger, the branches shakes violently, and if the speed increases further, the branch may even break and fall. That is, the motion can be slow or fast. It depends upon the speed. So the distance traveled by an object in unit time is called average speed of the object. So the speed can be calculated by this formula: distance traveled by time taken. So the motion can be categorized based on the speed, in which there are two types. The one is uniform motion and the another one is non-uniform motion. Suppose a train leaves Tiruchirappalli and arrives at Madurai. Is the train traveled with an uniform speed? First, the train was stationary. When the train left the station, the motion was slow, and only after it left some distance that it gathered speed. After that, it slowed down while crossing bridges and stops at intermediate stations for passengers. Finally, as the train approached Madurai, again it slowed and finally came to a halt. That is, the speed was not same all through the journey time. That is, the speed was non-uniform. This motion is said to be non-uniform motion. However, in between the journey, there may have a stretch where in the train might have been going at a constant speed. During that interval, the time was moving at an uniform speed, and this is an uniform motion. So, we will learn more about the uniform and non-uniform motion in later classes. And finally, we are going to discuss about the multiple motion. And look at this picture. What type of motion does this cycle in total perform? So the tire rotates and makes a rotatory motion, but the cycle as such moves forward in a linear motion. So when we observe more than one motion by an object, it is under a multiple motion. So this is all about motion. Watch this video 2 to 3 times and start learning. Thank you.